Under the golden Miami sun, two stunning girls, Lana and Mira, strolled barefoot along the warm shoreline. Their sun-kissed skin glowed as they laughed and scanned the sand for beautiful shells. It was shell hunt time, a fun challenge they took seriously. Mira wore a coral bikini, hair tied in a messy bun, eyes sharp and playful. Lana, in a turquoise two-piece, moved gracefully, her fingers combing through soft sand. They made it a race. Whoever found the rarest shell in 15 minutes would win a sunset drink. Mira squealed with joy as she spotted a pink spiral near the surf, holding it high in triumph. Lana smirked, unfazed, and moments later gasped she found a rare purple and gold shell tucked near a rock. Both admired each other's finds, grinning in the salty breeze. In the end, they called it a draw, tossing their shells in a shared glass jar, a memory of their sunlit shell hunt. As the waves kissed their toes, they laughed, ready for the next beach game. The Miami beach, as Sasha and Tia, two gorgeous girls with sun-kissed tans and radiant smiles, knelt near shoreline, toes brushing warm sand. They had challenged each other to a sand drawing contest. Whoever made most creative design would win ice cream from Boardwalk. Sasha, in a sleek black bikini, began carving a delicate mandala with a driftwood stick, her fingers steady, eyes focused. Tia, rocking a fiery red swimsuit, laughed and drew a giant mermaid with long, flowing hair and seashell details. Beachgoers began to gather, curious about artwork forming beneath their hands. Sasha's patterns swirled with perfect symmetry. Tia added playful hearts and waves around her mermaid. They glanced at each other, smiling. It wasn't about who won now. It was moment, their laughter, soft sand, their shared spark under sky. When the tide finally rolled in and gently washed the drawings away, they stood hand in hand, promising to come back tomorrow and create again. Maybe this time together on the same canvas. Nina and Jade set up their colourful ring toss game. Dressed in bright bikinis, Nina in sunshine yellow, Jade in ocean blue, they looked like summer itself. With chilled drinks nearby, they laughed as plastic rings clinked into place around stakes. Nina took first toss. Her ring landed perfectly. She twirled confidently, flashing a playful grin. Jade narrowed her eyes, focused. Her toss curved high and missed by an inch, prompting a mock groan and a giggle. Game quickly turned competitive. Each throw came with teasing, cheers or dramatic dives into the sand to retrieve rings. Beachgoers passing by glanced over, drawn to energy and laughter between two. In the final round, Jade landed a perfect double ring toss, catching up to Nina's score, but Nina sealed her victory with a graceful flick that landed dead centre. Jade raised her hands in surrender, then wrapped her arm around Nina's waist. "Winner picks dessert," Nina teased. They walked off together, glowing in fading sun. Plan a rematch tomorrow. On the soft sands of Miami Beach, two hot girls, Aria and Lena, knelt side by side, each collecting flat, smooth stones. The game? Inukshuk stacking, a test of patience, balance and creativity. Aria, in a sea green bikini, carefully arranged her base with 3 wide stones. Lena, wearing lavender, went for a bold curved design that looked like a dancing figure. The sun warmed their backs as ocean waves whispered nearby. They worked with focus, fingers dusted in sand, eyes flicking between their stacks and the next stone. A breeze swept through, making Lena's tower wobble slightly. But it held. Aria's grew taller, each stone perfectly aligned like a sculpture. When both placed their final pieces, they stood up and smiled at each other. Tourists passed by, admiring the miniature stone statues. "Yours is art," Aria said. "Yours has soul," Lena replied. Unable to choose a winner, they laughed and declared it a tie, sealing it with a selfie and a smoothie promise. The soft sands as girls from Group B gathered near shore, drawing a large hopscotch grid with a stick. Squares stretched unevenly across the beach, their edges a little wavy, but perfect for play. Wearing colourful bikinis, laughter in their eyes, they lined up for challenge. Rules were simple. Hop through sandy squares, one leg or two, without losing balance. Lila, first from Group B, tossed a shell into square one and hopped forward lightly, her steps smooth and quick. Behind her, Maya, Jenna and the others cheered, feet digging into warm sand. Group A watched, ready to take their turn, but the girls of Group B were focused and flawless. One by one they hopped cleanly, arms out for balance, giggles rising when sand shifted underfoot. No one fell, no one stumbled. Even the last square, half buried in sea breeze, was conquered with perfect grace. When it ended, Group B had nailed every hop. Group A clapped in good spirit, knowing this round clearly belonged to the steady queens of Group B. Towel toss. Using towels in pairs to launch and catch a beach ball through the air without letting it fall. It was trickier than it looked. Emma and Zara stood side by side, gripping their towel tightly. With a quick swing, they sent the ball soaring to Luna and Tessa, who caught it mid-air with smooth precision. Cheers erupted as the ball bounced back and forth, each duo in Group A moving with perfect timing. Their feet dug into the soft sand, laughter mixing with crashing waves. Even when a gust of wind shifted the ball mid-flight, they adjusted effortlessly, calling out, shifting position, and catching it with ease. Spectators gathered, clapping for every successful catch. The ball never touched the ground. Their coordination was flawless, a rhythm of trust, timing, and teamwork. Group A finished the round without a single drop. When the final toss landed softly into the towel, the team cheered. Victory was theirs, and well earned. Towel toss. Using towels in pairs to launch and catch a beach ball through the air without letting it fall. It was trickier than it looked. Emma and Zara stood side by side, gripping their towel tightly. With a quick swing, they sent the ball soaring to Luna and Tessa, who caught it mid-air with smooth precision. Cheers erupted as the ball bounced back and forth, each duo in Group A moving with perfect timing. Their feet dug into the soft sand, laughter mixing with crashing waves. Even when a gust of wind shifted the ball mid-flight, they adjusted effortlessly, calling out, shifting position, and catching it with ease. Spectators gathered, clapping for every successful catch. The ball never touched the ground. Their coordination was flawless, a rhythm of trust, timing, and teamwork. Group A finished the round without a single drop. When the final toss landed softly into the towel, the team cheered. Victory was theirs, and well earned. Sun dipped lower in sky as Group B gathered in a circle on soft sand, placing bright beach towels in a ring, one fewer than number of players. Game of musical towels began. The girls danced barefoot, moving in rhythm around the towels. Maya twirled playfully, while Jenna clapped to the beat. The music pulsed, energy rising, and suddenly it stopped. Everyone lunged. Giggles erupted as Lila barely landed on a corner of a towel, leaving Rhea without one. She laughed and cheered from the sidelines, now the referee. Another towel was removed. The game got faster, funnier. Hair whipped in the breeze, feet kicked sand, and Group B twirled, twisted and swayed with full flair. Each time the music cut, there was a mad, joyous dash. It came down to Maya and Jenna, dancing fiercely around the final towel. The music stopped, Maya leapt and landed in perfect form. Victory! Group B shouted with joy, piling on Maya in a sandy, laughing hug. They hadn't just played. They'd danced their way to glory. Girls of Group B gathered around a shallow pit they'd dug in the sand. It was time for Guess the Object, a game of touch and intuition. One by one, small beach items were buried beneath the sand. A shell, a smooth stone, a keychain, even a bottle cap. Maya, Group B's fearless captain, stepped forward and knelt beside the pit, blindfolded with a colourful scarf. The other girls giggled, challenging her to guess 5 hidden objects by feel alone. She dug her hands into the cool sand and paused. Flat, smooth. This is definitely a seashell. Cheers. 1 correct. The next was trickier, small and bumpy. Bottle cap, she grinned. Correct again. The crowd grew quiet as Maya guessed object after object. A sunscreen cap, a tiny shovel, even a damp hair tie. Her hands moved with confidence, her teammates watching in awe. By the end, she'd guessed every item perfectly. Group B roared with excitement, lifting her up in a sandy hug. "Captain of the senses," they shouted. Victory had never felt so touchable. Group B formed a wide circle on beach, ready for a fierce round of frisbee toss. Golden sand was warm beneath their feet, and sun lit up their smiling faces. At centre of the group stood Jenna, known for her incredible aim and quick reflexes. She held frisbee like a pro, her fingers curled just right. "Watch and learn," she winked, then spun it through the air with a sharp flick. It glided perfectly across wind, landing right in Lila's hands with barely a wobble. Cheers erupted. Girls moved farther apart, increasing the challenge. One by one, other players took turns, but Jenna's throws were unmatched. Low, high, spinning, sidearm, every toss was clean, fast, and accurate. Even when a gust of wind kicked up, she adjusted effortlessly, slicing the disc straight to her teammate. "She's like a frisbee machine," someone laughed. By the end of the game, Group B had completed more catches than ever before. Jenna's flawless throws led them to an easy win, leaving Group A clapping in impressed defeat. Beach buzzed with playful energy as Group A set up for a fun round of beach bowling. 10 empty plastic bottles were lined neatly in a triangle formation on smooth sand. A slightly deflated rubber ball served as their bowling ball, and excitement filled air. Emma stepped up first, brushing hair from her face, focusing hard. With a quick run-up, she rolled ball down sandy lane. It wobbled a bit, but strike! All 10 bottles clattered down. Cheers erupted. Next came Zara, followed by Luna, each adjusting their stance, learning weight of ball, timing their throws. Group A was in sync, coaching each other between turns, celebrating every knockdown like a championship victory. Their laughter echoed across beach, mixing with crashing waves and cheering onlookers. Even when ball veered, someone would shout, "Next one's a strike," and often was. By end of 3 rounds, Group A had racked up highest score of day. The beach buzzed with excitement as the scavenger hunt began. Group A received their list: sea glass, feather, toy crab, red shell and more. Without wasting time, they split smartly. Emma and Tessa ran toward the shore, while Luna, Zara and Nina scanned the dunes and scattered towels. "Tessa, I found sea glass," Emma called. Moments later, Nina waved a feather triumphantly. Luna spotted the red shell near a beach umbrella, while Zara grabbed a crab-shaped toy, half buried in the sand. The teamwork was seamless, and each girl moved with purpose. Their strategy paid off. They reunited quickly and laid the items out in record time. Judges nodded in approval and smiled in surprise. Group B was still hunting when Group A cheered and high-fived. Their smart division, sharp eyes and calm focus had sealed the win. It wasn't just about speed, it was teamwork, instinct, and knowing the beach like their own backyard. Group A proved that sometimes brains and planning beat wild rushing. Sun beamed overhead as laughter echoed across shore. It was time for bucket relay, and both teams lined up with small plastic buckets in hand. Goal was simple: fill bucket with seawater, run back and dump it into team's large container without spilling. Group B kicked off with fiery energy. First runner, Maya, sprinted barefoot across sand, splashing into waves with a gleeful laugh. She scooped water quickly, then raced back, her bucket barely losing a drop. Applause rang out. Next up, Jenna, fast and light-footed, dashed down beach like wind. She kept her eyes focused, holding bucket steady as water sloshed. Group B's members ran with perfect timing, their feet moving confidently over sand. Group A tried hard, but their water spilled with every turn. Meanwhile, Group B's coordination and balance kept their container rising fast. As final bell rang, Group B's barrel was nearly full. Cheers and sandy hugs followed. Their speed, balance and beach spirit had brought them an easy, splash-filled victory. The breeze rolled in strong, perfect for afternoon's kite-flying challenge. Both teams assembled with colourful kites, bright reds, blues and greens, each with long tails fluttering. The sky became their playground. Group B got theirs airborne quickly, floating gently above sand. But Group A had something special. Emma and Zara ran fast and steady, letting their kite line out with skillful control. Wind caught it just right. Cheers went up as Group A's kite climbed higher and higher, its bright yellow wings slicing through sky. It danced above others, dipping and soaring with grace. Even when a sudden gust threatened to twist line, Luna steadied it, working as a perfect team. Group B's kites fluttered close behind, but couldn't match height or elegance of Group A's flight. Kids pointed, clapping at kite, now a tiny dot above. As time ended, Group A's kite remained highest and most stable. Judges smiled and nodded. In this sky-high contest, teamwork, patience and perfect timing had lifted Group A to victory. Beach crowd gathered around as Kanjam cans were set in sand, glinting in sun. The game was simple: toss frisbee and score by hitting or jamming it into can. Group A stood ready, but it was Group B who looked laser-focused. Maya stepped up first, gripping frisbee with calm confidence. Her teammate Leah stood near can, eyes locked on disc. Maya launched frisbee, clean and fast. Leah tapped it mid-air, skimming can for an easy point. Next round, roles switched. Leah flung disc with a perfect spin. Maya, quick on her feet, slapped it down hard right into slot. Crowd gasped and then erupted in cheers. A perfect jam, instant win if other team couldn't match. Group A tried to answer back, but their throws were off by inches. Group B kept their rhythm, reading each other's moves like pros. By end, Group B stood smiling with sandy hands and high fives all around. Their sharp timing and clean communication earned them win and serious beach respect. And winners say, we win the game. We win the game. A line was drawn, cross it, another team wins. Tug of war was on and both groups lined up, gripping tight with sandy fingers and fierce eyes. On one side, Group A braced their feet, heels digging deep into hot sand. On other, Group B leaned back with power and determination. "Ready? Pull!" someone shouted. Rope snapped tight as struggle began. Muscles flexed, flew in every direction as feet slid and dug. Girls shouted in rhythm, urging each other on. Red ribbon quivered in middle, jerking slightly toward Group B, but then, with a united heave, Group A dug deeper. Tessa anchored back, her legs like tree trunks, while Luna and Nina chanted, pulling in perfect sync. Group B fought hard, but line began to shift. Inch by inch, ribbon moved toward Group A's side. With one last mighty pull and a burst of cheers, red ribbon crossed line. Group A had edged out Win, dusty, breathless, but victorious. Their teamwork and raw willpower had dragged home a gritty beach triumph. It was time for sandcastle contest. Both groups circled their patches of sand, ready to sculpt their dreams into reality. Group B wasted no time. Maya, Leah, and Isla began crafting 2 tall towers, while Zoya shaped base with smooth walls. Nina dug a wide moat around it, carefully guiding a trickle of water in from sea using her bucket. Shells were gathered, shiny whites, pink spirals, and even tiny coral bits, to decorate walls and towers. Maya carefully placed a scallop shell crown atop tallest tower, while Zoya etched windows and doors with a stick. Meanwhile, Group A built a solid structure, but couldn't match Group B's detail. Spectators walked by, admiring moat, symmetry, and decorated arches of Group B's castle. When time was called, judges circled both entries. Group B's 2-tower masterpiece, complete with shells and a working moat, stood proud and regal. Applause followed as team cheered and posed for a photo with their sandy fortress. Creativity and teamwork had one crown. With a whistle, the game began. Giggles erupted as the first few tosses sailed through the air. The girls took cautious steps backward after each successful catch, the distance growing. Some balloons popped quickly. Shrieks and splashes followed as teammates were drenched. But Group A played with quiet focus. Luna and Nadia tossed their balloon gently, eyes locked, hands steady. Their bright pink balloon flew in perfect arcs, caught like glass. Other pairs from Group A mirrored this calm style, soft tosses, careful hands, steady breath. One by one, Group B's balloons splattered into sandy explosions. A mist of water and laughter hung in the air, but Group A remained dry, graceful, and in sync. Finally, only Group A stood, balloons still intact. A cheer erupted as they held their arms high, not a drop on their shirts. With balance, control, and trust, they had soaked up the victory, without getting soaked themselves. Vinner, in no. Girls was too happy and saying, we win the game today. Group A began sketching a beach picnic scene with smiling faces and waves. It was charming, umbrellas, sandwiches, and even a son wearing sunglasses. They worked in harmony, giggling and shading details with care. But over at Group B's spot, a different magic was unfolding. Leah began with outline of a mighty dragon, wings outstretched and eyes fierce. Maya scratched in mountains beneath it, while Zoya added a tiny knight with a sword and a castle nearby. Girls told their tale as they drew. A dragon guarding treasure, a brave girl confronting it, and a peaceful ending with shared friendship. Passers-by stopped to watch. Curves of wings, swirls of fire, and delicate scale patterns were full of detail. Even castle had windows and a flag flying at top. When time ended, judges circled both stories. Group A's was fun, but Group B's dragon tale stole show. Bold, imaginative, and beautifully told in every scratch. Cheers followed and girls smiled, proud of story they'd told through sand. Today game was amazing for me too. Group A began sketching a beach picnic scene with smiling faces and waves. It was charming, umbrellas, sandwiches, and even a son wearing sunglasses. They worked in harmony, giggling and shading details with care. But over at Group B's spot, a different magic was unfolding. Leah began with an outline of a mighty dragon, wings outstretched and eyes fierce. Maya scratched in mountains beneath it, while Zoya added a tiny knight with a sword and a castle nearby. Girls told their tale as they drew, a dragon guarding treasure, a brave girl confronting it, and a peaceful ending with shared friendship. Passers-by stopped to watch, the ragans and dragon. Curves of wings, swirls of fire, and delicate scale patterns were full of detail. Even castle had windows and a flag flying at a top. When time ended, judges circled both stories. Group A's was fun, but Group B's dragon tales stole show. Bold, imaginative, and beautifully told in every scratch. Cheers followed and girls smiled, proud of story they'd told through sand. Beach buzzed with energy as cones marked makeshift goals, and a bright ball sat at centre. Excitement rose. It was time for a thrilling round of beach soccer. Both Group A and Group B lined up barefoot, grinning and ready to compete under sunny sky. At whistle, Group A jumped into action. Nadia glided past defenders, her movement swift even on shifting sand. She passed to Luna, waiting on right wing. Luna aimed and kicked clean. Goal! Group A led 1-0 and cheered. Group B responded fast. Zoya blocked a shot and passed to Leah, who fed ball forward. Maya took shot, 1-1, and match was tied again. Group A regrouped calmly. Their passes were precise, moving balls smoothly upfield. Nadia found Luna once more, who scored again, 2-1. Then, in a surprise moment, little Amna struck from midfield. Ball soared and landed in net, 3-1. Group B pushed till end, but couldn't break Group A's strong defence. As whistle blew, Group A celebrated their win. Their teamwork, smart play, and clean finishes had earned them victory. Group A, confident and smiling, and Group B, quiet but focused. It was time for fast hands and fierce rallies. Group A started strong, serving a sharp shot that bounced high. Leah from Group B reacted quickly and sent it back. Or as a tall, bleating the ball flew between teams, sharp taps, low dives and quick slaps. Right away, it became clear. Group B's reactions were quicker. Zoya stayed cool, returning every angle without missing a beat. Maya was fast and fearless, spiking and saving like a pro. Group A kept fighting, but their rhythm faltered. Become the few missteps cost them key points. One long rally had crowd cheering and flying, hands swinging, but Leah ended it with a clever soft tap that fell just out of reach. That moment shifted energy. With strong teamwork and precise hits, Group B built a solid lead. Group A gave it their best but couldn't recover gap. After a final clean spike, Group B won. Breathing hard but happy, Group A clapped and high-fived their rivals. Group B had earned victory with sharper reflexes and team coordination. It was time for three-legged race, and excitement pulsed through air. Group A and Group B lined up in teams of 2 and warm beneath their feet, sun glowing above. Whistle blew. Chaos erupted as some pairs stumbled in soft sand, arms flailing and legs tangled. But in the middle of pack, Group A's second pair, Nadia and Alina, moved like clockwork. Right, left, they chanted, their arms locked tightly around each other's backs. Their rhythm was perfect. While others fell into laughter or tripped over their tied ankles, Nadia and Alina kept going, sprinting in smooth unison. Their balance was sharp, their pace steady, and they began to pull ahead. Group B's lead pair gave a tough chase, gaining ground near finish. Crowd shouted, cheering for both sides. But Group A's middle pair didn't lose focus. They surged forward, feet pounding, and crossed finish line first with a burst of joy. As other pairs rolled into finish behind them, giggling and gasping for breath, everyone applauded. Beach became an exciting race zone. with cones, ropes, and markers set up for obstacle course challenge. Group A and Group B stood ready, cheering and laughing as whistle blew. First up, racers crawled under ropes and leapt over cones. Group A's Luna was quick and clean, followed by Nadia's steady hops. Group B responded fast. Zoya slid low, Leah leapt confidently, and Maya kept pace with strong focus. At pail push station, Maya rolled it quickly across sand using her head, drawing cheers. Each member dashed, crawled, balanced or tossed in a flurry of action. With longer Ganna, Group and race grew intense as both teams remained neck and neck. Everyone gave their best through each obstacle: zigzags, softball dodges, bucket rolls and balancing tasks. In final stretch, last racers sprinted hard. With a burst of speed, Group B finished just 5 seconds ahead. Laughter echoed as teams flopped in sand, smiling and exhausted. It was fun, fast and fierce, and Group B's flawless rhythm won day. Group A stepped up with energy and focus, eager to learn and win. At first, everyone made mistakes, serves were missed and timing was off. But Group A quickly adapted. Luna observed opponents closely, spotting weaknesses. Nadia practiced soft, tricky shots, while Amna used gentle taps to send the ball just out of reach. Group B started strong with fast volleys, but they played aggressively. Group A, on the other hand, chose strategy over strength. They communicated quietly, signalled each other, and rotated smartly. With each round, Group A got better. Luna faked a spike and tapped instead. Nadia served into an empty square. Amna blocked a tough return with calm focus. They avoided risky shots and capitalised on Group B's rushed plays. In the final match, both teams were tied. One last serve flew. Group B hesitated and the ball dropped. Cheers broke out. Group A had claimed victory through quick learning, clever play, and true teamwork. Soft sand made every step harder, but that only added to fun. Group A took their positions to defend, while Group B stood ready, eyes gleaming with excitement. As whistle blew, game began with a burst of motion. Sand flew as players darted left and right. Zoya, from Group B, sprinted after Luna, nearly tagging her near waterline. Luna dodged just in time, kicking up water and giggling. But Group B wasn't backing off. Leah looped around, surprising Nadia with a quick tag. One by one, players fell to light taps, laughter following every catch. Group A tried zigzags, dives, and even hiding behind sandcastles, but Group B moved like a well-oiled machine. But Maya, nimble and focused, anticipated her move. With a quick burst of speed, Maya tagged Amna just inches before safe zone. Crowd cheered. Group B had tagged every player in record time, claiming win with energy, teamwork, and joy. Group A stepped forward, eyes on horizon. Water lapped at their feet, cool and inviting. First small wave rolled in. Emma, Zara and Talia jumped together light as feathers. Laughter rang out as they landed in sync, a clean start. Group B watched, waiting for their turn. But it was Group A's time to shine. With every wave they moved in harmony. Lena counted softly. Now, now. And girls followed, knees bent, arms raised, timing perfect. Some waves surprised them suddenly bigger or faster, but Group A adapted. They moved closer, held hands, and jumped together. Their unity kept them from stumbling. A crowd began to gather. Even beachgoers not part of game clapped along, impressed by their rhythm. Jump after jump, splash after splash. they never broke their pattern.